Caleb Williams brutally roasts Michigan and Dave Portnoy after USC trounces Wolverines 31-13 in Big Ten showdown. The Big Ten showdown between USC and Michigan was supposed to be a close, hard-fought battle, a measuring stick for Caleb Williams and the Trojans as they adjust to life in their new conference. But instead, it turned into a statement game. USC didn't just beat Michigan, they embarrassed them. A 31-13 beatdown in front of a national audience left the college football world stunned, and Caleb Williams wasn't about to let the moment pass quietly. After the game, the Heisman-winning quarterback lit up social media, roasting Michigan, their fans, and even Barstool Sports founder Dave Portnoy, who had been one of the loudest critics of USC heading into the matchup. Let's set the stage. Coming into this game, Michigan fans were loud, very loud. They called USC overhyped, questioned whether Lincoln Riley's squad could handle Big Ten physicality, and mocked Caleb Williams for his Hollywood attitude. Dave Portnoy, a Michigan alum and one of the most outspoken personalities in sports media, had been leading that charge all week. He went on his podcast and flat out said, USC's about to get humbled. Michigan's gonna punch them in the mouth. Those words didn't age well. Because from the opening kickoff, USC looked like a team on a mission. Caleb Williams was surgical, slicing up Michigan's defense with pinpoint accuracy and poise. He threw for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns, but it wasn't just the stats, it was how he did it. Rolling out under pressure, throwing darts on the run, and making the Wolverines secondary look completely lost. Every time Michigan thought they had momentum, Williams ripped it away. His chemistry with wideout Zachariah Branch was unstoppable, and by halftime, USC had built a commanding lead. Michigan's offense, on the other hand, looked completely out of sync. Their offensive line, once considered the best in college football, couldn't protect J.J. McCarthy long enough to let plays develop. USC's defense, often criticized in the past for being soft, suddenly looked mean, aggressive, and physical. They were flying around, forcing turnovers, and making big hits that silenced the big house. By the time the fourth quarter hit, it was clear, USC wasn't just winning. They were sending a message. And when the final whistle blew, Caleb Williams didn't hold back. During his post-game interview, he smirked and said, I thought Big Ten football was supposed to be tough. Guess we didn't get the memo. That line instantly went viral. But he wasn't done there. Minutes later, he hopped on X, formerly Twitter, and dropped the hammer, Hollywood 31, Blue 13. Some of y'all talked too soon. It was a direct shot at Michigan fans, and, of course, Dave Portnoy. Portnoy, who had been trolling USC all week, immediately became the target of Caleb's online roasting. Fans flooded Portnoy's mentions with memes, quotes, and reaction gifs, tagging him in every USC highlight clip. Caleb even retweeted one of Portnoy's pre-game posts that said, Michigan by 20, and added the caption, good prediction, just got the team wrong. Brutal. The internet exploded with laughter and disbelief. Caleb Williams had officially joined the ranks of athletes who don't just win on the field, they win the internet afterward. What made it even better was how calm and collected he looked doing it. No over-the-top trash talk, no screaming into cameras, just quiet, confident trolling. It was the kind of energy that drives rivals crazy and electrifies fans. USC supporters were loving every second of it, calling Caleb the college football villain we needed. Even neutral fans couldn't deny it, Williams was backing up every word with elite-level play. Meanwhile, Dave Portnoy's reaction was priceless. On his post-game livestream, he laughed it off but admitted, yeah, that was an ass-whooping. Caleb earned the right to talk his talk. He even joked, I might have to delete some tweets. It was classic Portnoy humor, but you could tell the loss stung. Michigan fans in the chat were quiet, no excuses, no explanations. USC had gone into Big Ten country and dismantled one of the conference's biggest brands. For Caleb Williams, this game was more than just a win, it was validation. Ever since USC joined the Big Ten, critics questioned whether his flashy play style would translate against the conference's trademark toughness. Michigan, with its smash-mouth defense and proud tradition, was supposed to expose him. Instead, he exposed them. He showed that elite skill, poise, and preparation can overcome even the most physical teams. After the game, Lincoln Riley praised his quarterback, saying, Caleb thrives in moments like this. The bigger the stage, the calmer he gets. He leads with confidence, and he plays with an edge. And that edge was on full display, both on the field and online. The aftermath of the 31-13 blowout rippled across college football. Analysts on ESPN and Fox Sports couldn't stop talking about it. Joel Klatt called it a statement performance, while Colin Cowherd said, "Caleb Williams just turned the Big Ten upside down." Social media was flooded with clips of his throws, his smirk after touchdowns, and of course, his post-game roast of Michigan and Portnoy. Even Michigan's players seemed to take it in stride. Some acknowledged that USC simply outplayed them. One anonymous Wolverine reportedly told a reporter, "Here's the real deal. You can't even hate, dude's legit." That kind of respect, coming from a powerhouse program like Michigan, says it all. But while this was a massive win for USC, it was an even bigger statement for Caleb Williams' legacy. He's not just the Heisman winner or the potential #1 overall NFL draft pick, he's becoming one of the most talked about figures in college football history. His combination of talent, confidence, and personality makes him impossible to ignore. And when you torch one of the most storied programs in the country, then publicly roast their fan base and one of their most famous alumni, you've officially entered legend territory. Fans are already calling this the game that changed everything. USC has now positioned itself as a real Big Ten contender, and Caleb Williams has silenced the critics who said he couldn't handle the conference's physicality. If this is what he can do against Michigan, just imagine what's coming when Ohio State, Penn State, or Wisconsin line up against him. As for Dave Portnoy, he's taking it all in stride, even tweeting the next morning, "Okay Caleb, you win this round." But something tells us this rivalry between Portnoy and USC fans is far from over. You can expect more back and forth all season long, especially if the Trojans keep dominating the Big Ten the way they did in Ann Arbor. At the end of the day, this game wasn't just about football, it was about swagger, redemption, and proving a point. Caleb Williams didn't just play quarterback, he owned the moment. He showed that confidence isn't arrogance when you can back it up with performance. And with the entire country watching, he sent a loud, clear message to Michigan, Dave Portnoy, and everyone who doubted him, USC has arrived. So yeah, Michigan talked tough all week. But when the dust settled, Caleb Williams had the last word, and it came with a scoreboard that read 31-13. One more viral win for the Trojans, one more L for the doubters. And for Caleb, just another Saturday doing what he